present with your purpose? We know that it is the holiday season, and this is the time that we get to just relax and, be with friends, family, self reflect, really just kind of pause our crazy lives in just the spirit of, you know, contribution, family, love, service, and also receiving. And so as we begin to unplug and just, you know, be present with the things that are happening, around us and even within us, we want to talk about and ask, are you being present with your purpose? As you may know, my name is Zay Faith. I am the business friend, and today we are here live with Devin the Connector.
Hey
And
everyone, I'm Friday.
so, Devin, I have a question for you. Are you being present with your purpose?
That is a resounding yes, I must say. And
So,
yeah, let's talk about it, as they say. But yeah, so being present with your purpose is like being present with the mission, the direction that your life is not only destined to take, but you believe you're destined to take, or you you feel passionate, you feel strong about making this become a reality. Whether it's a goal and intention, you make it your what you want this to become a reality, and that's those kind of factors operate around purpose. Now, if we want to take it, let's take it back to the 1300s during the golden age. Uh, that's when the word purpose was actually birthed. Right. So let's get the history.
really?
Yeah, literally around that was literally around the time of the Empire of Mali. But I don't think they weren't the scholars that wrote it. But purpose was literally it's kind of like a Latin word, but it was spelled differently as well. Purpose, and literally purpose it means an intention, an aim or goal, or an object to be kept in view with with the proper function for which something exists. So what does that mean?
Okay, what's the definition again? Give it to us one more time.
A purpose is an intention, aim, or goal or object to be kept in view. All
Hmm.
right. And its proper function is for something that exists. So put this into perspective. You have an intention, you have an aim, you have a goal, you have an object in view to attain something that already exists. So, like for example, your purpose is to impact, let's say, a thousand families or 1,000 lives, or you want to spread this message to people. That the result of that already exists. You have a purpose. Your purpose is to be um, a multimillionaire, or you want to break generational curses in your family. That reality already exists. But now, are you keeping that intention? Are you keeping that aim? Are you keeping that goal in view? And that aim and that goal in your view is what is your purpose. Like, and often everyone in life that's moving with passion, or moving with the kind of gusto or stuff like that, they're operating around their purpose. But sometimes we get sidetracked and we don't operate on our purpose. We're not
Mm.
present with our purpose. And what happens when we're not present with our purpose? We we start feeling sad. We start feeling um what's the word? We start being
Feel
scattered and feeling down about ourselves, feeling I mean, it's okay to be confused, but if you're really scattered about the direction you want to take in your life, you know, you're like not grounded. You're all over the place because there's no purpose in mind. It's the purpose. You may have a purpose, but do you know where it is? And like one thing I was thinking about the other day is that how many of us, put in the chat, how many of us know that we are creators?
Yeah.
We are. How many of you guys know that we actually we create our reality? We're creators, but are we aware of what we are creating? We're not aware. 99% of the time, most of us are not aware of what we're creating. So there's no wonder why we're not operating on purpose, because we didn't raise the awareness of that and what that looks like, and we didn't take that introspection. We didn't meditate on it in order to elevate from it. We didn't. And also, it's like there's been no guidance and no environment that facilitates that. A lot of factors are involved. But once you know better, you get to do better. Like if you've been exposed to some information, or if you took the extra step to find out more to life and what your contribution to the world is, your intention, your aim, your goals and stuff like that, what the things you see for yourself in your life, like once you get exposed to the possibilities, then if you don't act on it, if you don't be present in the process of what that looks like to attain that, or to be that in order to attain it, then you can't be present with your purpose.
Yeah, so I was listening to Jeff Bezos earlier, and he was doing an interview, and he was saying that when he was young, before his success, he had a really, really good job, and so he told his boss, he was like, yeah, I'm going to start my own business, and then his boss was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to mess it up. But pretty much his boss was like, there are people who, he was like, yeah, that's a good idea for somebody who doesn't have a really good job. And then he was saying, there are people who, he gave them 3 options, but one of the options, people who are called with a purpose, right? Yeah. And so, oh man, y'all got to go listen to one of his interviews, right? And then so, he just went on to just follow that calling. He had that calling. And so he said that, we could be great at a lot of things. We all have gifts. We all have at different things in our lives, right? But he was like, that's not something to really be proud of. He said we get to be grateful for our strengths, but those are gifts that were given to us. He said what we get to be proud of in our calling or purpose and the things that we create is, cultivating those strengths, right? Because we all have strengths, but whenever you really work hard and you see the results, or even just being on the journey of developing those gifts, those strengths that we have that were given to us, like that's what we get to be proud of. Those are the things that we get to create. It was oh man, I need to go back and watch it, like listen to that part again. But I'm just remember, I didn't know I was going to share that, but I'm just remembering saying something along that line. And so I would definitely say I relate to that, especially like in this moment in my life. I was journaling this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, like Zay, you're doing it. Like, yeah. And as he was saying that, I was thinking about this, and that's why I brought it up, is when he was saying that, I was thinking, a lot of people say, oh Zay, you are courageous, or you're not, people think I'm extroverted because I speak, but that's just a gift of mine. But deep down, me and Van talk about this all the time, I would rather not be speaking, but I honestly also believe with my spirituality, I would be dishonoring the higher power if I didn't use my voice, if I didn't use my mind. Like, I know I have it, but I'm practicing. Like, I listen back at videos of these videos, and I'm like, oh my God, like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, we all have, I say all that to say, being present in the purpose is really taking pride in cultivating and developing our strengths for our, because I believe, and if I'm wrong, say that I'm wrong in the comments, because I want to know, because I believe that we all do have a purpose. If you feel like, girl, you lying, I ain't got no purpose, you don't know me, like, let me know when it comes. I want to know if I'm making this up, but I believe that we all have purpose, and we all have strengths, and we all have gifts. But up until this year, I'm gonna be super honest. Up until this month, I have always tried to get to my purpose by just half-assing it, or by just getting there and not being present in the journey, in the habits, being present in the moment along there. And so what I'm realizing is, whenever I'm not resisting, whenever I submit to the natural principles of the world, things just open up. And also I'm a lot happier in the process. So um I really, I'm learning. Like this morning when I was journaling, I was thinking like, man, I mean, yeah, so what? It sucks to wake up at 5 o'clock, but it really doesn't, because that when I wake up at 5, I normally have about 2 hours to myself. And this morning, like, I didn't even want to journal. I mean, I journaled for a little bit, but I didn't want to journal a lot. I just really wanted to sit there, and that's why I said, like, I know I talk about this. I've been talking about this, but the reason why I like to wake up that early is because I can just kind of just think and be in my mind. And so part of my journaling time, I finished journaling. I was like, okay, that's all I got to say today. But I just literally just sat there with my candlelight, and I just literally just sat. It was still dark. And I'm just like, this is me being present. And this is what I've been working so hard in order to enjoy the journey as I'm pursuing the targets, the priorities in our life. So I know I just said a lot, but really being present for the purpose, it allows us to being present in the purpose, it allows us to um experience, it allows us to strengthen our gifts. It allows us to feel, right? Because like I was saying, up until this month, I feel like I'm always having these my evolutions, they it's so funny. Like every level I'm like, oh, but seriously, up until this moment, I have been so resistant to the process, and just the submissive to the life earth's principles, we're gonna call it. And so really, over the past week or so, really accepting this is the life I choose. Like, and Jeff, that was another thing Jeff Bezos says, he's saying, like, when he turned 80 years old, I mean, yeah, he could have stayed at his old job, but he was saying, like, he don't think he would have regretted. He don't think he don't think he would have when he had to make the choice. Okay, am I going to stay at this job, or am I going to go and build this business? He said when he had to make that decision, he said to himself, I don't think I'm going to regret if I go out here and try to build this business and I fail. He was like, I don't think I'm going to regret that. Like, if I go and I give it my all, and I never become 100 millionaire, whatever, because he even told he told somebody he wanted to invest in his company. He was like, listen, this business is going to make $100 million. And dude, like 25 years ago, there was no such thing. Nobody was making $100 million in a business. Like, America had over $100 trillion in debt, but nobody was making $100 million in their business. So he just was like, this guy's crazy. But Jeff Bezos said, like, if I go and build this business, I'm not going to regret if I fail. But what I will regret is not being courageous, never knowing what it could have been, right? And so and he said he took, some time to contemplate whether he was going to do it or not. But really just being present, and like just being intimate, right? Being intimate and being this is how I feel, dancing with your purpose, right? Because it's not like, okay, this is my purpose and it's done. It's like you dance with it, you have a
Yeah,
relationship with your
it's like you intentionally immerse yourself within it.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's like what the Jeff Bezos is a great example because it's like he had this intention, right? And so we noticed that there's thoughts behind that. So he put the attention to the intention. Like he said, like he knew what his intentions were clear, so his thoughts weren't scattered. His attention, he was like, no, this is my intention. I'm not gonna think anything outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna think
Mm.
anything outside of that. And so
Oh.
what comes up for me now is like being present with our purpose is living life by our design. Now
Mm.
let me paint a bigger picture of that. Imagine you could be an interior designer if you want. Let's all be interior designers for now, all right? And
Mhm.
we're moving from our old house that we didn't want to be in the first place, and then we move to this new house, and then we have all these boxes of stuff that we're taking into our new house with us. And in those boxes, we have our intentions, we have our dreams, we have our goals, right? And there's a blank canvas in this house, right?
Mhm.
And we get to put those goals and spread them all over the blank canvas, all over the house, right? And no one can change it but ourselves.
Mhm.
And we just stare at it for days. The house is ours now. You know, the house we was in before, we didn't own that house. That wasn't for us. We was just renting. But now this new house is ours, and we get to determine what happens in the house, how the house looks, and what it will do for our lives. Because we get to live it. We have to live in it. So now
Mhm.
that house is our life, right? So how are we designing our life?
Mm.
Are we designing our life with intentions? Are we designing it with our dreams and goals? And are we putting attention to those intentions? Are we putting attention to the object in view? Are we immersing ourselves intentionally with our purpose? Are we immersing ourselves intentionally with where we see ourselves? You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
because again, it's our house. We have to live in it. But
Mhm.
do you wanna live? How do you wanna live?
Mhm.
You don't
Mhm.
you wanna live in a way where it fits into the bigger view of where you see of how you see yourself. So you want it to last. You want this image. You want this image. You want this house to last forever. You want it. You don't want the house to break down. You want it to last 5, 10 years, 10 years, a generation.
Mhm.
So what are you putting around your house in your life that's going to facilitate that? So and it's like so guys, let's like intentionally be the interior designers of our life. Well, it
Yeah.
starts within us first.
Mhm.
Hence the
Mhm.
interior design.
And where does it start? It comes through urges. It comes through desires, right? And
Exactly.
we
Exactly.
all know. We all know. We just sometimes we are afraid, and so we by afraid. And it's like honestly, bro. Like I'm bringing this back. The only thing that we cannot escape in this universe is death. That's the only thing we cannot escape. So what if we fail? So many people embarrass themselves, so many people fail, so many people, you know what I mean, hurt themselves. It don't matter. Like we all get to experience life fully. We all get to explore our potential, right? We all get to maximize this living. Um and so I say all that to say you know what's inside of you, you know what you want, you know you know, I mean, maybe you may not know your all your purpose, and I felt that too, but throughout specs in our life, we've been hinted. We just didn't lean into it. Like, for instance, I'm
Yeah.
remembering even back in 2017 when I remember for one of the first times, like I've always known that like I was supposed to be in front of the camera. I've always known that. I didn't really want to be in front of the camera. Like, I did not want to be in front of the camera, but I remember being a kid and watching BET growing up, and it or maybe it wasn't BET, it was like CNN or something. It was a journalist, and she was talking, right? And I think it was a commercial. And so she was talking, but she was reporting on some celebrity's life. And I was just like, I know I can do that. And you know, I was like, I know I could do that, but I want to talk about something important. That's what I said as a kid. So even that little hint, you know, I've always like had these little, okay, girl, you got a voice, you talk, you do get a little nervous, but you'll do it anyways. Like, I have that type of personality. But so we all know. It's just that are we being present? Are we paying attention to those whispers? Are we paying attention to um are we paying attention to our purpose? Like, we know, like, and look at our strengths, look at our gifts, the thing that we were blessed with, you know, things that have come natural to us, things that, you know, we're good at, or that, you know, that are easy for us, simple for us, that may not be for other people. Like, how can we use those and contribute to other people and be impactful to the world and society and our community, right? And our families and ourselves, right? So we all know, but if you don't know, right, you need to be at our event on next Tuesday. We're hosting a vision planning workshop going into the new year. And, you know, we get to plan, we get to be prepared. It's better to have an opportunity and not and be prepared than not. Hold on, what is it's better to have an opportunity. It's better to be prepared with no opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So
Ooh, spoken word. Oh,
we,
yes.
we have the opportunity to go into 2023 being all of ourselves, being loud, being, you know, whatever. We have that opportunity, so why not pre-plan it? And if you already have a plan, come anyway so you can level that up. But we definitely get to go into 2023 as prepared as we can be. We not stumbling into 2023. No, we're not doing that, because we have like a week and a couple more days before 2023, so we get to prepare now. I mean, yeah, we also get to relax. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, I like to do all, like, I be telling the band, like, okay, this is gonna take us 5 hours, because I'm super thorough and I love like doing planning and schedules and stuff like that. But I mean, maybe it'll take you 2 hours, but you know, get deep. Like, I think that's one of my goals this year, is really being deep and intimate and being uncomfortable, like being, you know, just like sitting in it. Like, imagine sitting in like a tub of cold water or something, or ice water. I know I'm just like rambling, but anyway, so if you don't have a plan, we get to see you on Tuesday, on the 23rd at 2 p.m. For this vision planning party. And then we get to see you. We can hold you accountable going into. We have a team where we're gonna hold you accountable the entire first quarter to get to your goal. So we will definitely see you at the vision planning party. And if you choose not to, that is your prerogative. But make sure you go into 2023 prepared. That's what
invite your friends, invite your family.
Invite your people. But that's what we really are promoting. We want you to go into 2020 like we have now. We get to be present now with this moment. Yeah, the holidays are coming up. You know, we got Kwanzaa coming up, which we also celebrate. Yeah, we have, you know, the Santa holiday, you know, Christmas, and yeah, we have the New Year, but we also get to be prepared and be present with this moment and not living in the future, or not living wherever that's not now. So we will see y'all at the vision planning party, but then also really just take a moment. This is the assignment. Take a moment to be present with your purpose. Like, write a list. And Devin, we do this, like, I feel like we do it. I'm bringing it up like every other month. but at least like maybe once a quarter, if not twice a month, like we talk about our strengths, like things that we're good at, you know, things that we actually enjoy doing, and to be a better team so we can, you know, be as impactful and productive to the community. So with that being said, y'all, we will see you on the next video. Do you have anything else to add, Devin?
Not at all. I say see you guys at the workshop, and let's get aligned with our priorities and desires and our vision for 2023 and beyond. Let's go and let's grow. That's it.
Let's go and let's grow. See you later.
So,